Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Hallmark fans are some of the most loyal and emotionally invested viewers in television. They don't just watch the movies. They follow the stars, they comment on their lives, and they feel as though they are part of an extended family. So when news surfaces about one of those familiar names going through a very public and difficult chapter, the reactions are intense, heartfelt, and at times divided. Right now, that spotlight has landed on Kelley, a personality connected to both Hallmark circles and reality television history, and her ongoing legal conflict with her ex, Scott. What started as whispers has turned into full discussions across social media platforms, and fans are openly expressing their concerns as Kelley awaits her next court date. For many, this situation feels personal. Kelley's story is intertwined with the image of Hallmark, a network that has built its brand on heartwarming family values, wholesome romances, and a sense of stability in an otherwise chaotic world. When viewers see one of their stars or affiliated personalities grappling with turmoil, it can feel like a crack in that comforting facade. Kelley has recently made several claims about her ex, Scott, and the court system. The seriousness of those claims has caught the attention of fans, bloggers, and entertainment commentators. But what's just as noteworthy is how viewers are processing this behind their screens. Some are worried for Kelley, fearing that she's being silenced or not taken seriously. Others caution that these kinds of allegations can be complicated, urging restraint until more facts are revealed in court. Either way, the story has turned into one of the most talked-about topics in Hallmark fan spaces this month. Let's step back for a moment and examine why this is resonating so deeply with Hallmark fans. First, Kelley herself is a familiar face. Many know her from her time in the public eye years ago, while others discovered her later through Hallmark's growing influence in family programming. She built a reputation as someone open, outspoken, and often very candid about her experiences. That honesty endeared her to audiences who value authenticity. Now, with her claims surfacing and court proceedings looming, fans are connecting her openness with vulnerability. They see someone they once associated with uplifting stories now struggling with conflict, and it triggers an emotional response. On Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook groups dedicated to Hallmark content, discussions have exploded. Fans post long threads analyzing Kelley's statements, trying to parse what's happening behind the legal jargon. Some share personal experiences of divorce or custody battles, relating to the difficulty of navigating the system. Others emphasize empathy, reminding commenters that no one truly knows what happens behind closed doors. It's striking how Hallmark fans in particular seem to weave their commentary with the same kind of emotional investment they bring to Hallmark movies. There's a sense of wanting resolution, a happy ending, or at least some kind of healing. Meanwhile, Scott's name being attached to this legal battle adds another layer of complexity. Scott has had a long Hollywood career, known for Party of Five and other projects, and for many, he carries an image of being approachable, likable, and steady. Having his name associated with legal disputes immediately creates a sense of tension among fans who may admire both individuals. For Kelley's supporters, her voice is seen as courageous, standing up against what she describes as unfairness. For Scott's defenders, the narrative looks very different. They warn against jumping to conclusions based on partial information. The back-and-forth dynamic in these discussions mirrors larger societal debates we've seen in the media about celebrity breakups, custody disputes, and the court of public opinion. One detail that really set fans buzzing was Kelley's suggestion that she hasn't always been given a fair chance to present her side. She has used her platform to talk about the emotional toll this process has taken, sometimes hinting at frustrations with how the system works. Fans hear these words and respond strongly, with much urging support, encouraging her to stay strong, and expressing worry that her voice could be drowned out. Others question whether airing these frustrations publicly helps or harms her case. That tension fuels further debate, keeping the story at the top of fan forums. What makes this especially interesting from a cultural perspective is how it contrasts with Hallmark's usual atmosphere. The network is known for tidy resolutions, warm embraces, and characters who overcome obstacles by the 2-hour mark. But life isn't scripted. For Kelley, there's no quick wrap-up. Every court date brings new uncertainty. Fans who are used to seeing challenges resolved in comforting storylines are left uneasy. That uneasiness translates into passionate concern, sometimes protective, sometimes skeptical, but always deeply engaged. Another factor to consider is how modern fandom works. In decades past, fans would have had little access to stars' personal struggles beyond the occasional tabloid headline. Today, through Instagram, podcasts, TikTok snippets, and interviews, stars like Kelley can share their perspectives directly. That immediacy builds intimacy. When Kelley posts about her feelings, fans don't just read it. They internalize it, discuss it, and sometimes even rally around her. Some Hallmark fan groups have begun circulating supportive messages, writing that they hope she finds peace and that her truth is heard. In contrast, other circles lean into caution, warning against assuming guilt or innocence prematurely. This duality reflects the broader culture of online commentary, passionate, divided, and unfiltered. The upcoming court date is now circled on calendars not just for those directly involved, but for fans who want closure. Many are openly asking, will this finally bring answers? Will Kelley's claims be validated or challenged? Will Scott respond more directly? The anticipation itself is fueling speculation. Comment sections fill with theories, predictions, and debates. In some ways, the legal proceedings have become a serialized drama that fans follow almost like a television storyline, except this time, the stakes are real. It's worth acknowledging that this can take a toll on the individuals involved. Public scrutiny, no matter how well-intentioned, can add pressure. Kelley has shared that she feels the weight of being misunderstood at times. For Scott, staying silent or measured can be interpreted in multiple ways, as dignity, as avoidance, or as strategy. No matter what, both are being discussed in ways they can't fully control. For fans, this raises important questions. How much support is truly helpful? At what point does discussion cross into speculation that might make things harder? And is the constant cycle of commentary helping either party heal? Despite the noise, one thing is clear: Hallmark fans care. They care enough to write long posts, to defend someone they admire, to share personal stories of resilience, and to express hopes for a fair resolution. That passion, while sometimes messy, is at the heart of fandom. It shows the human tendency to connect deeply with stories, whether fictional or real, and to see reflections of our own lives in the challenges of others. Kelley's story has become a mirror for many fans grappling with themes of fairness, justice, resilience, and personal voice. As the court date approaches, anticipation builds. Fans are asking what it means not just for Kelley and Scott, but for the broader conversation about how women's voices are heard in legal disputes, how public narratives are shaped, and how communities respond when someone they admire seems to be struggling. Will Kelley find validation in the courtroom? Will Scott address the situation in his own words? Or will the legal process stretch on, leaving fans to continue speculating? These unanswered questions keep the discussion alive. In the end, Hallmark fans are revealing more about themselves than they may realize. Their reactions show a longing for justice, compassion, and resolution. They want the warmth of a Hallmark ending to somehow find its way into a messy real-life battle. And while no one can guarantee how the court will rule, what we can see clearly is that Kelley has a community of watchers, listeners, and supporters who are tuned in, waiting, and deeply invested in what comes next. The story is ongoing, the emotions are high, and the fans are louder than ever. As Kelley Wolfe heads toward her next day in court with Scott Wolfe, the world is watching, not just with curiosity, but with concern, with empathy, and with the hope that, whatever the outcome, she will find a path forward that honors her truth and allows healing to begin. Until then, the conversation will continue, and the voices of Hallmark fans will remain an undeniable part of the narrative. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.